Hi and welcome to day 17. So this is probably the latest that I've recorded today's session, and I was just trying to tune in and say, what is it I need to know? And actually I think today I'm going to actually do that, tune in and do some cards, and then have like a little mini meditation and some actual observing and quiet time. So I've got my candle because it's evening time for me, and I'm going to tune in like I did the other night. Actually, I used to do this when I was younger, really, all the time. I would stare at the candle and the images would just flow to me. And I was probably about 17. I've been doing this since then. It's funny, I've been sitting here flicking through the computer, having the computer back. It's a huge distraction. Not having access to one other than my phone for nearly a year and a half, actually. It's been an eye-opener, and it's been a lesson in thinking outside the box, I have to say. And I was sitting here flicking through one of the social media networks, I'm not going to go into it, and looking at these photos and looking back and thinking, whoa, pictures of my children. And it was really lovely, actually. And I was reminiscing and I'm getting into this energy. And then I was thinking, what am I doing? Because I could hear those stories coming up of, oh, you don't look like that now. And then there were some happy ones and all the thought forms. And what I was doing then is I started to observe myself observing when there was the negative narration coming up with, even my daughter was like, Mom, you look really different there. She's like, why do you not look like that now? And I thought about it, and she's like, Mum, you've been to loads of places, all these like pictures and places that I've been. And I thought about this in terms of energy and where I was. And in some of the pictures I kind of was relating and thinking I wasn't in a good place then. And I could see energetically it was fake. And other times I could see I was really happy. And what is the core of that? We're questioning this month, and with everything that's coming up, I feel like I'm processing the stuff that's been flowing through. The light has been coming in and I've been expressing, and then there's this contrast and this processing, and there's a big shift in where that feels all like here and wow, but then when you come down from that, it feels like it's further down. So I did have, especially yesterday morning, I said about it, didn't I? And I haven't done the gong today either. And I can feel the difference when I'm not doing these processes. So I'm going to be honest, today I didn't do that. And today I don't feel as connected. And it's still there. I've still got that connection, but just doesn't go as deep. It's more surface level. So what I did when using the mind and was observing and connecting. So this is what I do when I want to do something different, when I want to connect to here. I was like, oh, it's changed. It's gone on to night mode. A candle is a great way of doing that, or something that you can put your monkey mind focus on and just stare. So let's do it the other way around. Let's just start with a little mini meditation. Already I can feel stuff coming in. The moment I put my hand up, because of years of practice, go like this, it brings the awareness to the heart. It takes me there. So in Qigong and in what I learned with Matthias, think of the mouth as for eating, not for breathing, and just breathing in through the nose. And what that does is it keeps you out of the fight or flight amygdala, because you're signaling to the body and to the brain that you don't need excess energy and that you're safe and you don't need to run excessively somewhere else. And if you practice, I suggest practice this when you're out walking, just breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Observe the movement, the rise and fall, gently, softly closing the eyes and tucking the tongue behind the teeth. When we do this, we link the meridians and we close off the circuit. Esuranaya tiraranai shkuraranai. Inturaranaya tirarakai shuranaya. Enturaya taio turanai. Inturarashkiranaya la kiara. Eshuranaya tirarikai. Insuranaya naya tirarea. Inturaraya shirarai. Inturarai tiranaya turaya. In Shurayanaya, Enuanaya Kiarara. What is it that needs to be shared today in this day for those that are viewing and for myself as well as those that are viewing, for the highest good of all. Into Tai Tin Diai Dai. Call in this sacred space. Yanyatai Korayatai Yisandura. Oh, you're lightheaded. Whoa, excuse me. Oh, that was a lot of energy. Almost made me lightheaded. Well, I'm tired as well. And yawning, obviously, it's time, but it's movement of energy, shifting of energy. Oh, that's ironic. Mary Magdalene and Archangel Michael. And Commander Ashtar. It's interesting. My history around that is for another day. But Mary Magdalene is Teacher Awakens. You have something important to share. Follow your inner call. Don't let anyone stop you. Don't be afraid of speaking the truth. Yesterday we had the Swords of Truth in the meditation. And again, Mary Magdalene which I believe I shared the reading I did for my members. I shared it publicly. It's there. It was just for them, but I have shared it for everyone else as well. And I was talking about the lily and the lily of peace and the rose. Mary Magdalene energy is coming through really strong for July. And Archangel Michael is trusting the heavens. You're safe. Angels stand close, surrounding your concerns and allow a miracle to occur. Well, I said to you, didn't I? I felt the golden wings wrap around me. And I've been seeing roses all of last month as well. Commander Ashtar is a call to action. Take charge, lead by example, and walk the talk. So I think this is it's a message for me, but for many, for all. Knowing that you are safe and safe in the knowing, as the words ring through me when I'm doing the tapping for my daughter before bed. Mummy, do the tapping. We do. Mummy and Daddy deeply love and approve of you, and you can extend this to the I deeply love and approve of you. It's because I'm doing it with her. Whether it's been a good day or a bad day, it's now time to let it go. Safe in the knowing that all is well. I release my day. Safe in the knowing that all is well. I deeply love and approve of me. Mum and Dad deeply love and approve of me. I deeply love and approve of me. Mum and Dad deeply love and approve of me. I'm safe in the knowing that all is well. And those words of ringing truth, and those are just like it's the tapping points. And knowing where you're at, knowing that you need rest. For me, obviously it's late as well when I'm recording this, probably too late to record this, and then I thought, no, I wanted to do this anyway. But what is the action that's inspired to take when you trust in the heavens, when you trust in your inspired action, your guidance and the teacher? What is it that you're being guided to? Well, yesterday I was saying that I felt there was definitely, for this coming 7/7, sharp change. And actually my book that I'd ordered come today, and it talks about cultivating our yin energy, the love and the spirit. The yin is like the creation, sexual energy, and the balance of this, the yin and the yang, the masculine, the feminine, is what kept coming up. And I was looking at this beautiful book and purging the channels, breast massage, connecting. Where is that beautiful picture? I'm used to finding it. And then we'd been going through the healing sounds and working through the healing sounds and purging with sound, the emotional and the virtues for them. Sorry, that's something else that I'm going to put a little note that I need to go. But a showering golden light and source of unconditional light. Spread warm, golden, smiling energy to melt away the tension and transform the negativity. Negative emotions can also be released into the cauldron to be neutralized, balanced, and transformed by the light of your awareness, then fused with other elements. Smile and breathe into parts of your body, mind calling for loving attention. Smile until your whole body radiates with virtue, energy, and heightened awareness. Connect with the cosmos and smile at your higher self. Watch with loving understanding and acceptance as thoughts and feelings come and go. Like clouds drifting in the vast open sky, open the inner spaciousness. Make room for growing what you want to enhance in your life. Connect with the golden sunny glow of unconditional love and let it flow down the front, middle and back of your body, melting the tension and transforming any negativity. This is something I do daily. When I say to you in your meditations, imagine the gold light flowing down through you, showering you. Imagine something that makes you feel happy, like smiling faces, the love, the beautiful places in nature, the sun and an image of the sun, an unconditional love that shines on all beings in equally. Draw smiling energy through the third eye in the center of the forehead and the crystal palace that activates your master glands of the body. Refract, direct the golden light from the crystal palace into the body and lift the lips into a peaceful, effortless smile. Feel like in your forehead a crystal is facets, light just flowing everywhere, all over you, raining down on you. And it goes on, and the different things that you can do that I've been doing naturally and visualizing without knowing that that's part of it. So my guidance has always kind of said about that. So what else is it that I need to say for today? Because I can feel a weariness today, an uncertainty in me that's saying just trust and give an example, which is what I was doing, reading. So what do I need to know? What should I share today? What's relevant for our day and our time, that you've called me to take this time and this space with sharing the space and the things that I would do, how I would be. Divine alchemy, and move beyond the current challenges. Focus on what you desire. Okay. Well, this is one of the things that I do, and I've kind of elaborated a little bit, and I feel like I'm rambling. But as I said, I would stare at the candle and I would visualize what it is I desire. But right now, I'm going to just ask. I call forth my higher presence, my being, to just be present with me now and witness. I am grateful, I am thankful for this now moment. What is it that I need to know? Move beyond the now. I feel like I'm stepping into another reality. Like the flame is disappearing. Wow. Induraniai tiala kira rashkorai enayununa kira ranaya tadaratura. I see the eye of a dragon, the eye of a snake. From the wisdom of the ancient, the Sophia, going back through time, those that built the stones in Ayatira, and the wisdom where the Kundalini and the dragon information comes from. Before things were shifted, when there was the wisdom in the the giants. I'm remembering my past life message in Durashka when the ice was retreating, and there was the beautiful presence that I'm remembering. There was ones that retreated with them. In Aliyah, they'd worked closely with those that had worked with the circles, and I've been called to go to the circles that were there when the ice sheets were much further down, and they would instill this information in the stones. Now, and through time, others through their blood were able to do the same, just as my ancestors did. And now we connect to the language of the stars, to the wisdom of the stars, through blood outside of time and space. But now my blood is that of the ice and that of the fire, and that of the human. The water mixed with fire, and earth, through breath and air, and spirit through space. Yesterday I felt the golden wings and I had this beautiful blue, and I was saying and feeling that we linked to Mu and for the coming 7/7 portal, and the sisters that will be doing their work in Hawaii. But today I feel as though I've gone to the Middle East, to the desert, and to the other bloodline. There's a sense of wanting to forgive, to forget, to not remember. Because this is a line that is fraught with duality in some regards. And tears. It's okay to cry. The tears of the ancestors. We forgive. I'm sorry, I love you. Yeah, sure, I appreciate you and but all is evolution, all is learning. This brings me through. And Anushka, and she said, I know you remember now. When I first started to remember, and I would have dreams of the cobra head coming up, the royal, in symbol, the rising of the Kundalini, and Huragishka, my bloodline through my father, and images of those that would wash themselves in woad and blue to the ancestors. This lineage, Endaya Turarara Kira. Although I remember more from this one, I'm more connected to the other, the Athaya, Athiara, Inturana Kira, but we are a mixture of all our ancestors. Inturana Titurana Kitaraka, and Yanadakashka. But I am a blend of both sides of this coin. The north, south, east, and west is within me. And this is one of the things that allows me to connect in this way. Every one of us has their own way of connecting. But I connect through my memories, through the images that flow, through memory of past, future, and through an open channel of my heart that's kind of picking up on a frequency through time, and a remembered aspect through my blood and the water inside of me. And through the activation of the sun now in its new beingness in Uraka. But all of us have this and ability to remember. Some of us more than others are here to remember for you, like neurons wiring and firing with the planet as we connect to its consciousness and through our hearts. Through my emotions and this strong rooted feeling of wanting to protect like the mother. We weep the tears of humanity. It's of the past. All of that yet to come. And of that I'm empathically. Okay. And of that I'm empathically picking up on. She said, there's been sorrow in my neighbourhood, and I'm feeling it in the community around me. But also of those that feeling this. So as I shed the tears, as I feel the emotion, I allow it. She said, this is the difference, it's the key. Rather than lowering my frequency, I feel the energy as a power to transmute it through my heart filter. And transmute your tears and through mine and yes, and divine alchemy is to move beyond the current challenges and focus on what we desire. Shift and change and transformation. That's the alchemy of the emotions. In the wisdom of our ancestors. Sorry, yes, I need to be grounded. I would have normally done this outside and felt the earth beneath me. I'm trying to connect to the wood in the in the flooring beneath me and in the chair, and visualizing myself grounding. She's going, you need to do this more as well. Feel Gaia. The wisdom of the stones and the minerals in me. So if you can't feel the earth within you. Feel the earth of your body. Please, the blood of my blood. The waters of my soul. The earth within me. Yes, and the fire of my emotion, my energy, and the water of my emotion. And the ether and the essence of my spirit and my soul, and grounding me in this moment in sacred space and union within this body, within this vessel. I am an anchor. Is the snake can symbolize deceit. The snake to me is deception of what it truly is. It's the wisdom. We can deceive ourselves and we can deceive others in Dura with wisdom. In the Atushka, when it's out of balance of love. In Tura our will and our wisdom are a beautiful thing. But without love, this is what happened with the ancestors. But we've learned from the evolution. Let's see, visualizing of the Kundalini energy rising. And the snake grounding. And grounding and expressing and driving our passions, our sensuality, our sexuality, our powers, and our life force need to ground in scenarios is life force, and this is what I was referring to. It's that masculine again when this is out of balance. Sorry, hang on, out of here, because what I'm speaking about is not for little ears. Bed, please. I will be up in 15 minutes. She's like, be gentle with her. She can feel my frustration. Frustration and fear are the amygdalin energy of the reptilian part of the brain, and literally that was that reptilian, because it pushed us to transform us through fear, through those systems. When that is it controls us because it keeps us alive, but it also there's no need for it now. We've moved and evolved past that. So the sexual need for reproduction, that's off kilter, this is where the masculine is out of balance. The life force energy, the creation energy has been out of sync, needs to ground through love, the divine connection. And that doesn't necessarily mean a coming together with man and woman, although that it does mean that as well. But even how we create needs to be through love. And the driving passions should not be from fear, and this fear-based need for finances and money and to eat the roots. Okay, the root chakra has been off kilter. That's been re-establishing. And I know this month we're working with the heart, and our heart's going to be opened somehow. I'm not sure what, and I've not asked how. And the sensual and sexuality powers, it's this increased energy, but we need to focus it in the right way. And I've just been shown the truth sword as well, and I feel this is to do with things that are coming up that will, the off balance of the sexual energy can be some horrific stuff. However, that needs clearing, and in order to balance that, everything scales, pendulum needs to come back. Now, in terms of energy and reality, and how we do that on a higher consciousness trajectory, please give guidance is what I'm going to say. Ask for how can we do this, and then watch the advice for bringing that back into balance. How will this happen? Miriam, sacred vision and phases and cycles. Okay, Freya, so vision. Focus your vision, see this dream this into being, dream the reality. It is what's more, I mean, literally sometimes my dreams, my visions when I'm doing these meditations with you guys feels more real in those places than this does, even though this is physically here. Well, the reason I can't put my finger through that, I know, is because how the protons and electrons just thinking together, and it's the speed at which they're moving that stops me from moving through stuff, and our oscillation, our frequency is speeding up. Choose to forgive in order to heal. We need forgiveness. This keeps coming up, and this is meant to be a lighter month, July, but I keep seeing that in the 3D realm there needs to be forgiveness in order for us to move forward as a society and to see the light in all. Remember that love has no boundaries, that we must love all, each and every aspect, including our shadows, and that means the shadows of society, that we must move beyond that and see that there has been abuse on all levels, that even the masculine energy itself, when it's out of balance and the horrific things it could do, it's not the men or not the masculine energy, it's being out of balance of anything causes problems, nature, whatever it is, out of kilter. And actually this is the phase and cycles of our planet, of how we learn, that we're moving out of those now, and there is a beginning within every ending. Illusions are revealed and released, so go beyond the illusions. Go and move into love is the only thing that's real. The sacred vision. Let go and forgive. And I'm seeing a mirroring, and again these lilies, the Miriams and Mary Magdalene, the roses and those peace lilies. We need to have the peace lilies for things to flower, the rose to bloom. I'm also seeing the circles interlocking, and to me this here, this is about our energies, our our two halves of the Merkaba, the top half of the mechanics and the bottom half, and the oscillation of the electromagnetism of that and how that works in sort of the science side of it, basically, which kind of goes into a deeper thing that my brain at this time of night can't pull. But I'm seeing forgive how things were done in the past. And obviously for me that's Commander Ashtar and what we reference around that. There's it's take charge and lead by example, walk the talk. We've all got to forgive ourselves, move past our history. So if we're still holding a duality within us, that will continue to be a duality that we see in the reality outside. So all the time we're thinking about past galactic histories and things that happened in cycles of time that are even beyond me, then we can't move beyond it. So all the time we're talking about dark and light and this needs resetting right. We need to set right within us and love every aspect, including the shadow. It's come up time and time again, and I've had people say, oh yeah, but then you're being manipulated by this connection, and you, like, even channeling itself has got this kind of rap about that we're being duped, if you like. I don't feel that way. I don't channel in the same way. To me, I'm remembering frequency through my cellular memory in my body. And I've explained this multiple times because it's a fairly new thing for me that I went through my own ups and doubts and background to heart. Oh, hey. Cat's playing bangs. Okay, and these are getting longer and longer, considering I wanted to do a shorter video today. Empowering the vitality, the rising tide, lotus bud breathing. Visualize the earth as if you're sipping it through a straw. Inhale and tuck in the chin and the sternum. Squeeze your pelvic floor at the same time. And then inhale and exhale. Right, so when I say, normally I do this and reverse when I'm doing this, I do this. Do the same thing, but at the same time you put the fingers down when we're breathing. It's saying that you squeeze in the yoni or that area for the women, obviously, but focusing that creation energy. Now bring your hands up to the heart. So one hand up, one hand down, heaven and earth, drawing through the heart, back to the hands and the heart, and down. Out, open heart, open and receptive to the highest good, grounded in me, through me, for the highest possible trajectory of my soul's evolution, through learning, through love and compassion. And I bring that wisdom through my heart and creation into being. Is Sandurai Sandurakai. Hold a vision. Ni Turaya Nai Kuraya Surayatai Enturayata. Or shy to experience grace and the Dharma unfolding. Endurayati Rayokora and I Sudirashka. To feel the soul's expression. Enturaya Kaiturai. Our gifts are woven through inspiration, love, coming through me, coming through you. Remember that you are on the path to happiness, so everything's divine timing, there is no wrong. Endurayani Turashkniai go. Endurayashkorai and Ayashkorai. Endurayashkoya Turaya. Endurayana consciousness experiencing and understanding the connection between all things. We are all things. In Turaranaya Tadakai Yakno, Esanaya Shkonayato, Endaya Tirarai Shkai Turarai, the water, the fire, the air, the earth, the wisdom, the will and the love. Enduraya Nakira, Ushuna Nanai, into Tudakai Turayatai, Esuntiraya Naya Turayata. Anaya Tura Yanaya, Otura Anaya, Etura Ayato, Esananaya Tudikiera. Breathe in a deep purple and indigo blue in Turai Saturata. Yenonanaya Tutukaya Tukiana Turaya Tukanai Esuraya Tatriaya Unaya Tunaya Nikia. Yenaya Sinanaya Shunaya Turaki. Yash Yashka. Statue of Liberty, Freedom. Enaya Konia Tutikiana. Tower. Yanoni Atadakianone. Isunai Katinare Shkini out. Yananaya Tudikiana Tuduraya. Ushunai Tudikaya Tukaniana Kora. I see the tree of life. Inaya Turaya Shanonaya Tai. Isiniya Turanai Kantia. I see Bridget. And Tirashka, I think it's Bridget, beautiful pagan lady dressed in green with flowers around me. Looks like Bridget to me with the red hair. Inaya Titikaya Turikania Turarashka. Under the tree she's burying Andorai Ananai Titikane Tururai crystals. Enai Tururai. She's planting crystal seeds. Ananai Titarai. Crystal seeds through the tree of life. Ananai like the runes. I think it's Ananai. Or maybe it's Freya. We had Freya, didn't we, earlier? Ananai, no, she's not got red hair. But cycles. There is a beginning. Within every ending, illusions are revealed and released. And in Aishkasha, she's releasing something, planting seeds of crystals, releasing stones. Anunaya tatadakaya anunai inunai shinanaya turaya nikuraya nanaya tunaya. And tying ribbons on a tree is Santura Tatakai, remembering Anunaya Ture Irai Titai Tishani Tai Unayas the hair Ayaturaya as the family tree Ayatura and the genetics and Nudai, she's pulling out hair and Udai and weaving it. Weaving the genetics of the family tree, and the crystal roots affecting it. Isananai helping the tree grow. And through love and creation. We weave the wisdom of the ancestors into our genetics, into our blueprint, into our own matrix visions of now. The hair is the blessing. The golden globe in balancing the Miriams like a mirror. In Tushkana Kiayana Dira Core. Yes. Like a little pumpkin. Sunai lantern. Ndurane Yashka from those before. And Shunani Kiaya. Golden boulder. Like cell division, multiplication of cell. I'm literally seeing like a dish, a genetics like one cell dividing, then it's cell, then cells dividing, and then like that growth of a baby, or what the seeds of the crystals, the crystal babies, on the tree of life. Have been planted through me, through you. That doesn't make sense to me, but I think that's what I'm being shown. Yes. I think it's like through time, through the centuries, and as it grew through, that's who you become. Like you're going back in time, seeing the ancestors and the work that was done through the universal tree of life and the structures. are blooming. That's what the rosing, the Magdalene rosing of Jesus and Mary Magdalene. We know all that. That's peace will bloom when it's common knowledge, when both masculine and feminine are revealed in balance. Water this intention within your hearts. Entokai tunanai. I need to come. Yes, I need to come. She's like, yeah, she can come here to stay. Well, there you go. That was a lot longer than I had intended. Completely double the time that I was intended to be, and completely different to what I was expecting. As always, I'm feeling and following my soul. She's left me not too energised. She's like, I feel all sleepy, like I'm going to go into a dreamscape. So thanks to my guidance. Thank you for being patient today with this long one. Hopefully I will do it early tomorrow and it'll be very different. It'll be first thing in the morning. So for day 17, but love and blessings, and thank you for your time. Let me know if any of this makes any sense to you, because it doesn't always make sense straight away to me. But thank you. Blessings.